Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers. I thank everybody that's involved with this process because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers.
Experience is not about the publisher, it is about us, the authors.
Well, hello there. It's the third day of the Festival of Storytellers, and I am back with you to continue to discuss Your Wealth Lives Within. All right. But before we do that, I have some exciting news for you all. I am doing a giveaway. All right. So it's not going to be like, like tangible, like giving you a book or anything like that. But what I am going to do is offer 5 people a 1-hour coaching session free. All right. This is like a $200 value, but you're going to get it for free because you participated in Festival of Storytellers. So I am so excited about this. This will be awesome. This at least, it's just 1 hour. Of course, you can't get a whole bunch done, but you can get started, with 1 hour. So what we'll do is, I will announce the winners on probably the 2nd. That'll be the last day for me on the session. But you do have to have all the submissions have to be in by the 31st, which is important too because I actually retire on a day, so that's my retire date. So I thought I'd pick that day for all the submissions to be in. So what we're going to do is kind of put up an example of what you have to do. All right, so to participate in this event, you actually have to sit down and write out all your expenses, what your income is. You're going to list them all out for me. I have even created a little form for you to be able to fill out and submit to me. So what we're going to show you is an example of, what a form looks like that is already filled out. The other one. This is the one you get. Thank you. How to do a monthly budget. I mean, if you can see that, you can see it shows where your income is and your expenses, and then it shows where you subtract your income from your expenses. And what I'm be teaching you is how to do a $0 budget, which means that not that you're spending all your money, no, is that you know where all your money is going. Okay, so that's what a zero budget is all about. All right, so as you can see there, you kind of map out, what your expenses is. It's like, like I said earlier, it said that, if you don't write it down, you won't know where you're going. So a lot of people, they just go through life, just paying bills, not knowing anything. Money just coming in and out, and they don't even know where the money went. And, like I said the other day, some people already have it spent before the paycheck even hits their bank account. All right, so this right here kind of gives you an example of what it would look like for you to write out all your expenses. I mean, that's your credit cards, that's the student loans, any loans, car loans, home loans, all of that. You're going to write all that out. Hi there, Annie. All right, so now the next one is the actual form that you will be filling out. Okay, so I even gave you a form. Some people like to write it on paper, but I gave you a form, so that way you can send it to me. So if you want to write it on paper first, which I mean, I truly understand that. I like to write stuff out and then I like to type it out or whatever. So you will use this form that they're going to put up for me right now. It even says your quick start budget. It even says that. So as you can see, it has everything on there. Hello, Bob. That you will be filling out for me. All right. And then you're going to scan that. However, you can scan that, and then you're going to send it to me at ttp@ttpcoachingservices.com. It's going across the bottom of the screen for you as well. And to get the form, I know that's what you're wondering. Where do I get this form, right? All right. So what you're going to do is go to my booth. And then as you scroll down past my bio, you will see it says there's a link there. The form you pull up and you can download it and, fill it out and then send it in for your submission. All right. So there's going to be 5 lucky people that's going to get a 1-hour free coaching session. All right. And so what that, of course, looks like once I pick the 5, I will announce on February 2nd, and then we will set up a consultation because we only have an hour, so we'll do a consultation first, and we'll talk about what we want to try and accomplish in that hour that we're going to be spending together, and then we'll set up another call, which will probably be video. To do that 1-hour session. All right. So as you see, I'm already getting you going. Hi there, Justin. You got homework already. All right. So this is the kind to see, see where you're at. See if you're serious about 2024 being a better year for you financially. So I'm already putting you to work. So that way you can come, like when you're in school, you got homework to do. So I want you to do this homework. I want to see some submissions. I really do. I want, people to really participate. And just flood my email with a whole bunch of submissions because I want to see that you're really taking it serious, because I'm just like I said, I'm just the coach. I mean, I'm going to be there to support you, give you some guidance, but you're the one that have to do the work. Okay, you're the one, know your finances, and so I'm just wanting you to get more familiar with what's going on in your household, where are things going, so you can see, it's better to know. I know a lot of people don't like to know, but it's better to know, because sometimes you think it's bad, it's really bad. And then sometimes it's not. And then of course there's other cases that it might be really bad, but there's a plan. You can put a plan together and you can always get out of debt. There's nobody that is not unable to get out of debt. All right, Justin says budgeting is one of the most important life skills to learn about. Yes, it is. And I have found that especially with the $0 budget, it takes at least 3 months, because if you could get paid once every 2 weeks, on the 3rd and the 15th, or you get paid once a month, or there's intermittent paychecks and all that kind of stuff. So all those kind of things factor in to how you do a budget, and that's why you should do a budget every month. So the budget that you set up for February is not going to look the same as in March. Okay, so knowing that, so that's why you set up, you sit down and you do that budget every month. Because say if there was a bill that you had, okay, and then you paid it off, well, the budget's going to look different because you paid it off. Now you can allot that money that you were paying on that bill to another bill. So that's why it's important for you to do a monthly budget. Okay, so not just a budget, a monthly budget. Okay, Betty commented, "Wow, love this book. Thank you." Well, I'm so glad. Please, send me an email Let me know what you think about it. I would really love to hear about it. All right. Again, all right. So we're doing a giveaway. 5 lucky people will be getting a 1 hour coaching session with me. Awesome. All right. And so you have to get your submissions in by the 31st of this month. All right. There's a form that you will go to my booth. It's a link that you click on. You just download it, fill it out. You got a week. You got a week, y'all, to get this done, and then submit them to me, and then I will let those people know who have won. I think this is so exciting. I'm so excited about it. I'm so glad the storytellers helped me put this together, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what the outcome be. All right, Evelyn says we'll see if my luck cuts me some slack. I'm terrible with the raffles. I am too, Jill. I am too. But hey, go to my booth right now, Evelyn. Go to my booth right now and go ahead and download the form so you can, get an advance, advance start on everybody else. Okay, because I want to see your name in that list as well. All right. So now we'll go ahead and we'll get going on what the session is going to be about today. Like I said, I'm going to be doing chapters out of the book. All right, so today's session will be about a parent's mindsets. All right. Okay, so when we were all children, so we living in household, whether it was 2 parents, single parent, um, 4 parents, however, we had parents. All right, and so they handled the budget, the finances, all kinds of ways, and so because of that, it could affect the way you're handling your money today. If you had parents who live paycheck to paycheck, there's two kinds of people that live paycheck to paycheck. Those who spend beyond their means, and those who stay in their means. I mean, you can live paycheck to paycheck, and still pay off things. But the only problem with living paycheck to paycheck, you're not setting yourself up for the future, because you're just barely making it. You may have a few dollars left over afterwards. Hi, Tracy. Excited to join. Awesome. Tracy, go to my booth, get that form, download it so you can try and, be one of those winners. Okay. All right. And so because of that, there's no room, there's usually no room. And so what that, either they shielded their kids from it, meaning that you didn't know anything. You were just clueless. You were just living your little life, as kids should be. Kids should be, carefree and stuff like that. But then there's some that were stressful. There was that certain time of the month, y'all went outside because you knew that your parents were dealing with the bills and stuff like that, or they sent you out because they didn't want y'all hearing what was going on. All right. So with those 2 particular situations, there's no teaching of the kids of anything. Of the one that you saw some responsibility, you saw some resilience, but it didn't really teach you how they did that. How what were they doing to be able to make ends meet. Okay, so you're still lacking. So now when you get grown, you still have to figure it out for yourself. And then for the ones who were struggling, what you learned that when it came to money, it was stressful. It caused anxiety. And it's like you didn't have any value for you, so you just thought you were supposed to spend it. You're supposed to work to pay bills. That's all you thought about. And then you have on the other spectrum, the parents who were well off, who had money that where they weren't living paycheck to paycheck. So either you have those who still did the same. You still have those who did the same, even with people who had prominence. Anita is saying, in this economy, budgeting can be life or death. I'm glad you're giving us ideas on how to do it better. I'm so glad you're grateful for that. Like I said, go to the booth, download that form, so we can get started. Even if you aren't one of those ones that win, I mean, you can still call me, and invest in your future to get some coaching. And then even with that form that I gave you, it will at least get you started. It's going to give you some basis to get started, because actually sitting down and writing everything down, and that's a big step. That's a big step, because that's going to make you come face to face with what is going on, with your finances. So now, with the ones who have money, they like they could have shielded their kids as well. The kids only knew that they had everything. Okay, but it was mom and dad's. They knew that they didn't lack for anything. They knew that they usually probably could ask mom or dad for anything, and they got it. So basically, they equated money with all, I'm somehow gonna always have it to be able to spend it. Don't know how that happens, but I'm gonna always have it, right? Okay, Deidre says, I tell you, people these days are quite reckless with their, yes, it is. And with social media and all these avenues where you see these people with all this fine clothes, and doing all this kind of stuff. You have all these outside influences. When I was growing up, peer pressure, you saw it face to face, but now you not only you got it in your neighborhood, you got it online. Kids got it, from all angles. And so if you don't kind of ground them, then they'll get caught up. Our kids want to feel like they're part of the group, that they fit in, they're not sticking out, nobody's making fun of them. But you have to teach them how to be, have respect for themselves, because sometimes it's not always good to give them everything they want. It's not, because then they equate you loving them with you giving them something. And so that's not good as well. Anna said, "Is budgeting is a crucial financial skill that empowers individuals to take control of their finances and make informed decisions, for fostering long-term financial stability." I couldn't have said it better, Anna. That is so true. And that's what I am here for. This is what I'm trying to do, especially with our young people who are growing up, who are now, getting into workforce, like coming out of college and all that. Need to grab them, right out the gate, because if you don't, then they'll take those negative paths. Whether you taught them or not, you still have to have, they still have those outside influences, like the Bible says, train up a child in the way that they should go, and when they get old, they won't depart from it. So if you first, something first, you got to get the skills yourself. Okay, then once you get the skills yourself, then you want to pass it on to your kids, because you don't want them to have to struggle like you did. Like now with me, I'm trying to teach my sons how to handle their finances better. I'll give you an example. My son, he has two cars, and neither one of them I told him to buy. So, all right. So he has one that's a Mercedes, and then he has a truck, because he was wanting to, have something, because, Mercedes, those are like pretty much show cars. You don't supposed to be driving those every day and all that kind of stuff. And so now he's wanting to refinance. So I had told him, like, anytime, I tell anybody, whether it's, my kids or someone, you buy anything new, you know, you want to, if you have the extra money, you want to put it on the principle of that purchase. So that way you're not, giving them the amount of, interest that they're have allotted for that loan. Okay. So you want to decrease the time that you have that loan and not give more your money away. All right. Tracy says, learning how to plan your finances should be in every grade. Yeah. From the moment we start high school to when we're in university, finances should be, yes, it should. And it has never been, they have economics, but from what I remember from economics, it did not teach you, basic, uh, budgeting and how to handle your money. Really, it was kind of like a broad spectrum of economics and stuff like that. And so I actually, I'm hoping that that's one of the things that I would like to do, is get into schools, especially high schools, and kind of do like like a 9-week class for high school students who are getting ready to, go to college, because see, they need to think about the college that they're going to. Okay. I mean, I know you want to go to that big university, but can you afford it? What is that going to look like when you get out of that university? Are you going to be $40,000 and $50,000 in debt? Lena says, should I plan my finances before or after payday? Because that's something I have trouble with all the time. You should actually pay. You should actually plan it before it hits your bank account. So I'm saying, okay, say if you get paid on the first, I'm thinking like 2 weeks before the first, because I mean you shouldn't like kind of know what your bills are. I mean, especially like your electric and stuff like that. Those are usually kind of the same time that needs to be paid, and so go ahead and write them down, and see and add up how much that they're going to cost, and then go back and then start subtracting it from your income. And you want to do that every month. Like I said, you can't do it this, since we already are at the end of January. Okay, so what you do for February, you got to do it again for March. Okay, because like with the electric and stuff like that, that can fluctuate, especially now that we got cold weather coming in. So you're going to be using more of those utilities and stuff like that. Okay, Mary says, I know a guy who's thinking of getting a payday loan. Lord, please tell him no, because there is no other option. Do you think he should do that? No, I do. I do not, because payday loans, their interests are like triple what a normal loan would be. I would love to, to talk to him, to find out what is going on. But one of the things I would tell you to tell him, if he has, any extra, curricular stuff like cable, gym memberships, any of those things, he needs to get rid of it right away. He needs to stop all of that. And that would, and let's see, what that looks like. Once you, take those from those areas, maybe you can put that money towards what you needed, and not have to do the payday loan, because you're gonna end up paying, like I said, triple to 4 times as much as money that you got. So I would say no. Okay, Kenneth says, what do you think is the most important thing people should focus on right now? The most important thing that focus on is establishing a budget and getting out of debt. Okay, and getting at least $1,000 of an emergency fund. Those are the three things when you're working with me. Those are the three things we will definitely start on. All right. So finding out what you got going out, setting that budget, then knocking those debts out, and by any means necessary. Like I said, you getting rid of stuff. You might have to sell some stuff, whatever. But getting out of debt, because as long as you have debt, some people say, "Oh, but I have a savings account," but that money is not yours. As long as you owe somebody, technically, you just hold that money until you got to give it to them. So let's go ahead and try and give them what they owe, or what you owe them, and then now all that money that's coming in will definitely be yours. Okay, Brenda says budgeting is a most for generation. It's a must for this generation. Yes, it is. Yeah, especially like I said, for the young people, they have no clue about that. They just know they got money and they want to spend it. I mean, a lot of them know they have bills, but but the rest they think, oh, I can just blow it. I mean, it's mine. I paid my bills. I can go and spend it any way I want to. No, you want to have a savings account. You want to plan for the future. Try and do like what they call sinking funds. Sinking funds is when, like, okay, so you have this purchase, say you want to say, let's say a TV. Let's just do that. Okay, say this say this TV is $200. Let's just, we just do something real simple. All right. So instead of going out there and putting it on credit card, how about trying to let's see if I can be disciplined enough to save up and put money towards that. Okay. And then have the money to go and pay it in cash. So that's what we would want to do. And then see, once you get to in the habit of doing stuff like that, not having that instant gratification, being able to wait, your whole mindset, even your thought processes will change. Maria says, yeah, it's so hard to be smart with money these days, but I gotta do it. Yep, Maria, you gotta do it. The first way you can do it is go to my booth and download that form, and fill it out and submit it, and see if we can get you one of those spots so we can get you started. Okay. All right. So I am loving these questions. And as you can see, how the way you grew up, how it can affect the way you handle money now. Evelyn said, you're inspiring me to be a lot more strict. Yes. And we have to be, because things are going up, they said we're getting ready to have another, inflation, or start, where things are going to go up even more. We might be searching for toilet paper and stuff again, So that's why you want to be in a position to, kind of stock up. We're going, that's what's being said now, that we need to stock up, because we know, there's going to be food shortage and stuff like that. So we got to be in position to where we can be able to do that. Just like, in the Bible, a lot of the story of Joseph, of course, that, his brother sold him, and, he went to jail. Well, the ruler there had a dream. He had two different dreams, pretty much the same. And so Joseph was able to interpret it. And what he was saying to him is that it was going to be a total of 14 years. Okay, I'm almost at the end here. And so the first 7 years was going to be plenty. So you wanted to stock up, and so that way when the lean years came, then they would actually have enough, even an overflow. So all the other, the countries that would actually come to them. There would be a base for where people would be able to come and get resources. And so that's what we have to do. We have to store up, so that way we'll have enough for ourselves, and maybe even help someone else. Okay, again, I'm getting ready to wind down. So let's talk about this contest. I'm so excited. I hope you are too. All right, so we're doing 5 individuals will get a 1-hour coaching session with me. The requirements are to go to my booth, where the form is that you can download, and fill that out. You will email that back into me by the 31st of this month. And then on the 2nd, I will announce the lucky 5 winners. And then we will set up our first consultation, to get to know each other. And then we'll set up another time to do that 1-hour coaching. All right. So they're going to put up that sample form to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like to fill out a budget. Okay, so now this is the form that you are actually downloading. So this is the one that you will get when you go to my page to download it. This is what it looks like. It has all the areas on there. If there is some areas that you have that aren't on there, you can just add them in. But I think it kind of covers pretty much everything on there. So yes, so take your time. You got a whole week. All right. So this means you want to sit down some time. Set aside some time, decide this is going to be your budget, to get your information together. And then, make it a thing, get you some relaxing music or however, and just, and start filling it out. And then, like I said, the email is going across the bottom, which is ttp@ttpcoachingservices.com. Submit those forms. All right. So let's see who will be winning. I'm hoping that we see a whole lot of submissions, because that means a lot of people are serious about, starting their 2024 off right. All right. So I will be back here again at 6 p.m. All right. We will still be diving more into the book. The next session will be I think we're still on the parents. This will be the way parents handle money. All right. And so we will see you back here at 6 p.m. All right. Remember, go to the booth, download that form. All right. So you can get your submission in. You got a week. I think, it's just like, when you were in school. You go to school and they give you the homework and usually it's the next day. Well, I'm at least giving you a week to get it in. All right, I'm Luckisha Townsend, author of Your Wealth Lives Within. This has been awesome. I will see you again at 6 p.m.